Hey, welcome back to the channel, and what you just saw and heard was me driving the golden Age Premiere Pre-73 DLX preamp very hard to get some gritty, nice, saturated sounds out of my sequential 6-track. Now, this sound example was taking it to the extreme, but this is precisely the type of sound I like to come out of my synths and drum machines when going through a preamp of this caliber. The DLX 73 here is a clone of the classic English Neve 1073 preamp used in numerous hit records throughout the years. Everything you will hear in this video is recorded through this preamp I have right here behind me, even this voiceover as you're hearing right now. There exists a lot of 1073 clones out there, but I think this Golden Age Premiere is one of the best, especially considering the price versus features versus sound. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I record my synths, my absolute preferred way of getting my synths recorded with a larger-than-life soundstage, with a nice touch of transformer saturation, and how I will apply this onto my album I'm working on right now. Let's check out the setup I'm using here today, and this is important. First, I thought we could take a look inside the preamp, and as you can see, it uses only discrete components like capacitors, resistors, transistors, and both the line and microphone input and the line output are transformer balanced. Check out the Carnell transformers here. At the back, we have some solid options as well. Check out the combo and balanced mic and line input jacks, and you also have separate output, XLR, and balance jacks. A ground lift, insert point for patching in your EQ and compressor, so not missing out on anything back here. And here's a very important part of this setup. This is a passive DI box. I'm using a Radial JDI with a Jensen transformer inside. This doesn't need any power, this is passive. And so the output of my synths in stereo, if I have a stereo synth, is going into the left and right input of this passive DI box first. So let's do that. We're hooking up the synth right now. The output of the synths left and right are going into the left and right input of this passive DI box. It also has a 15 dB pad if the signal from the synth is too hot. So what happens is an actual drop of levels from line level down to mic level, at which point you boost them back to the desired level through the preamp. And this dropping and regaining provides a subtle improvement in the sound, kind of due to better response of the mic preamps and balanced lines. And this combined effort makes the sound larger and wider in my opinion, and I love it. So I'm not using the DI input of the preamp itself, which I could have done. I'm going through the passive DI box first instead, and now I can crank up the microphone input of the preamp to really get that transformer saturation, and I can drive this preamp much harder and thereby gaining some nice juicy sounds out of my synths. I can always use the pad output of the preamp, so I'm not clipping the converters going in. Not all preamps have this output pad knob, but this has it, and it's wonderful because that means I can really crank and drive this preamp while not clipping the converters going into the DAW or the recording medium of my choice. Let's check out some drums coming out of the ILS 2400, and let me just drive this preamp to show you how nice and fat sounds you can get out of it, even a nice sounding distortion to be had here. So I'll just play with the different settings, crank up the gain, enabling the EQ, etc., while we're listening to this drum loop. And with the gain cranked up while attenuating the output, you really get some nice compression going on as well. So let's check out the preamp on some synths. On drums, a little over-the-top distortion is okay, but on this smooth, silky pad, well, you can be too hard on the gain as well, so I might have to back this off a little when I record this particular sound with this preamp. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I gave you some inspirational tips and tricks for you to use in your own music while recording synths, drum machine samplers, or whatever. I'll leave a link for you in the description to this Golden Age Premiere Pre-73 DLX preamp. As always, I'm Espen Kraft and I am the 80s. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.